All right. So it says rewrite the following equation in slope intercept form. That means y equals mx plus b.
Yes.
Mx plus b. So that means you can't have like extra stuff, parentheses, more than one x, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So in this problem, you have to distribute the -3 to both. This -3 goes to both. -6x minus 3. Drop the parentheses 4x. Okay, now do you see that there is two x terms that you can combine?
Yeah.
-6x and 4x.
Yeah.
Okay. What do they combine to?
Like if you added them together,
Yes, -6x plus 4x.
-6.
Try again. You owe someone $6 and you hand them $4. How much do you owe them now?
You still own $2.
$2. So minus
Negative
2x.
2. Oh, did I
2x.
say -6?
I don't know what you said, but it wasn't
Oh,
anywhere close.
I was thinking -2, and I guess something else came out. My bad.
Okay. So is that okay?
Yeah, that is okay.
Okay. So let's do another one here. Same thing. Y equals -2, 4x plus 1 plus 5x.
Oh, we just tried a different one.
Yeah, I'm just making up a new one here. I want you
Okay.
to try this one on your own, please.
Okay. Would it be y equals -2 plus 9x?
Okay, so we gotta distribute the -2 into both of these. What is -2 times 4x?
-8x.
Good. And then -2 times +1.
Just would it be +2? Or
-2 times +1 becomes a.
becomes what?
You're multiplying it.
+2.
I mean, let's go back and look. Like we multiplied -3 times 2, that gives you the -6x. -3 times +1 gives you the -3.
So -2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got -2 plus 5x.
Yeah. And then you do -8x plus 5x,
Yeah.
which is -3x.
All right.
And from there you add 2.
No. We're done. That's it. That's it.
Oh.
Remember, our whole goal was to set y equals mx plus b.
And then that's the slope intercept form.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's do another one here. And this will be slightly different. So -2 x minus 1 plus 4. So let's start by distributing the -2 to both of these. What does that become?
-2x
Okay.
and +2.
Okay, it's plus 4.
Then that would be +2x plus 2.
How did you come up with that?
You do -2x plus 4, right?
Well, that if there was an x here, I switched it up. And
Oh, you're right. You're right. Then would you subtract 2 or something like that?
you just combine the 2 and the 4. They're both numbers. So you
Okay.
combine them.
So y equals -2x plus 6.
Yes, good.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we're gonna move on to part B here.
Okay.
So part B here. And the second one we already rewrote. It ended up being y equals minus 2x minus 3. Okay, like we did that earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
So it says to graph both lines in the same graph and find the intersection point. So you have to do this like line by line. So let's start with the one that we've been working with. Y equals minus 2x minus 3. What's the slope and what's the b value? The slope is the number in front of x.
-2. -2.
Okay.
Let me write down. Slope is the number in front of x.
Yes. The b is the other number. What's the other number?
-3.
-3. So you start at -3. So you go down, you go to the graph and you like, there's the origin. You go down to -3.
Yeah.
That's the b value. All right. And then you use the
Why would
slope.
you put it -2/1?
So good question, because the slope tells you the rise over the run. So this is 2 down, 1 right.
Okay.
Okay.
And why did you put, I'm sorry, I'm asking so many questions, but
Good. That's good.
why did you put the one of the points at 0, 0?
I'm just showing the origin. I was just showing you I was going down through from the origin.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay. And then so from this new point, you're going to go down to right 1. So it's yeah, it's the great graph's really grainy here, but down to right 1, down to right 1. So something like that. Okay, roughly something like that. Okay.
Okay.
And then you do the same thing for the other one. The other one is y equal 5x plus 4. What is the slope of this one?
The slope of m would be 5.
M would be 5. Good. So I'm gonna write 5/1. And what's the b value?
4.
B value is 4. So this time you start at 4. There's a 4. You start from the origin, you go up 4. Okay. And then you go up 5, right 1. And so it looks like, it's hard to tell, but it looks like there's probably an intersection kind of right there.
Okay,
It's really
so what
hard to
did you say
tell.
the intersection point is?
I
-2,
mean,
1, or?
I'm going to confirm that with doing it another way, but it looks like it's -1, -1. This point right there looks like it's -1, comma -1.
Oh, it is -1. Okay.
Okay. So the intersection point, you got to really graph it well to get that. So we should do another one like this.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull one up that's reasonable to graph here. That's not super awkward. Nothing weird about it. Looking for one. No, so where's the solutions? We need the solutions so I can show those to you. All right, yeah, this will do. Okay. I know that you don't have graph paper, but just do the best you can, like everything else. Like just do the best you can. Figure out the slope and the b value of the first one. Make an attempt at that graph. Find a slope and a b value of the second one.
I'm gonna grab another
Sure.
notebook. Okay, I got this now. All right, we can continue. I got another
Well, I'm asking you to figure out the slope and the b value of the first one.
of the y equals 4x plus 3.
Yes.
The slope would be 4 and the p-value would be 3.
So this one's a little bit tough to graph because like the graph, you put that first point at 4. I'm sorry, the first point at 3, the b value, and then you got to go up 4 over 1. So you can always kind of go backwards where it's like, well, what would it take to get there? Is that clear or not?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So you draw some sort of a line indicating, okay, some sort of intersection. Now do the same thing for the other equation. What's the slope and what's the b value?
It would be would it be -1 or 0?
It's not 0. There's a number in front of x. What is the number? You just said it.
-1.
-1.
Okay, and -2.
And b,
What?
what about the b value?
-2.
-2. Good. All right. So now you're starting your graph at the b value. And where do you go from there? What does the slope tell you?
That it goes left to -1 and
The negative means down 1 and then right 1.
down 1, right 1, and then
Yes.
a
Down
point
1, right 1.
and -2.
So down 1, right 2. I'm sorry. It's down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1.
Okay.
And then you can see that they intersect. They actually intersect in the same spot as the other one.
-1, -1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you one to try on your own here.
Okay.
This one does work out nicely, even though maybe at first glance it doesn't appear that way.
And since it's -1/2, I don't have to
That is the
like,
slope.
yeah,
That's
okay.
it. Yeah. You don't have to do any more.
So the first one, the slope would be 3 and the b value would be -4.
Mhm.
Second one, the slope would be -1/2
Yep.
and the b value would be 3.
Okay. So sketch, rough sketch, try to see where they're.
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be. Then it would be 3 over 1, right, for the first one. Because it would go to 3 and then
Yes. Yes.
right
Yes.
1. Okay. Would it go it would go up, right?
The 3 is going up.
Yeah, the 3, okay. Then right 1. And
Yes.
-4. And it would just be 1 point at -4, right? Or would it go up, right? One.
The 3 over 1 means it's going right through up 3, right 1.
Yeah. Okay. And then the second one be would it go to -1 and then up 2?
The top number tells you up or down. Down 1,
Down 1, up 2?
right 2.
Okay.
The bottom number is always to the right.
Or right 2, yeah. Okay.
So do you have you can you make just a rough sketch, like, and try to roughly figure out where they intersect? It is a
Yeah,
nice point.
that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Okay.
And then 3. And then would the 3 on the second one be on the right or like go up? Would it be on the
This is
X?
always It's always the y-intercept. It's always the y-axis where you start. The
Okay, yeah,
second
so
number.
3. I don't know. Would it intersect at 3 and 3?
Close. So that could be a function of just not having the
Yeah, my graph is a little weird looking.
Okay, so let me show you the answer. And you can compare if you want.
I think if I
What you,
graph paper, I could get this down, but
I mean, you can see here that it does.
yeah, that's
It's 2-2. It's you're in the ballpark. I mean, you weren't
that
completely off.
was, yeah. Yeah, my graph looks like that, but yeah, something like that.
All right, so let's go back to something. Or I'm sorry, let's go back to some things from your what you sent over. So we're now back to solving a system of equations. All right, so the right side, we already did this in a previous problem. The right side is minus 2x minus 3, 5x plus 4 on the left. This equal sign's a really bad spot. Okay. How do you solve an equation with variables on both sides? Do you remember how to do that?
Sort of, yeah.
So you have to move the variable. You have to add 2x to both sides.
Yes.
Okay, so what does the left side become?
The left side becomes 7x.
Okay,
7x plus
plus
4.
7x plus 4.
Sorry, I'm trying to grab the paper for this.
Okay,
Which one is it? It's the
it's the same one we were working on, just at the bottom there, part C.
oh, okay, got it. Okay, got it. And the left side would be, yeah, oh, there's no left side, yeah, it's just -3.
Okay, so now what do you do to get rid of? You look at the side with the variable. Side with the variable is
The one you want to get rid of.
where you're looking to get rid of stuff. Yes. Do you get rid of the addition by 4 or multiplication by 7?
Multiplication by 7.
You undo addition and subtraction before multiplication and
Oh,
division.
yeah, yeah, addition by 4, sorry.
Okay, so you're gonna subtract 4 from both sides.
Or wouldn't it be subtraction by 4?
Yes, subtracting 4 from both sides. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
good. And then you get on the left, you get 7x. On the right, it's -7.
And then would you just subtract 7x again?
Nope, it's multiplication by 7. How do you undo
Oh,
multiplication?
divide 7x.
You divide by 7, the number in front.
Or 7, just 7, and then you would get x equals 1, -1.
-1, yes. Okay, now I've got some other problems. Well, this is not what I was looking for. All right, here we go. So I've got another problem like this for you to try. Minus 3x plus 4 equals 4x minus 10.
Yeah. You just want me to tell you the end answer?
Well, yeah, or you can tell me the steps if you're not sure. I'm happy to have you work through one. I got a couple more examples we can do. Like, are we moving the minus 3x over or the 4x over?
The 4x. You would add
Okay,
just subtract 4x, sorry.
subtract 4x. Okay, so what does the left side become?
-7x plus 4 equals -10.
Good. So now your
And then
focus is
the
on the
next
side with
step
the
would
variable.
be subtract 4,
Okay. Subtract 4.
negative 7x equals negative 14.
Yes.
And then you would divide negative 7,
Yes. So what does that become?
x equals positive 2.
Yes, you got it.
Uh,
All right. Good job. Let's have you try one on your own here. Let's go 6x minus 8 equals minus 4x plus 2. I just want the final answer.
Okay. And that is that a minus 12?
It's a plus 2.
Oh, okay.
Plus 2.
My final answer is also 2.
X equals 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try that here. So 6 times 2 minus 8 is 4. That's 12 minus 8, which is 4. On the right here, it's negative 4 times 2 plus 2. That's negative 8 plus 2, which is negative 6. Okay, so that's not the correct answer. Let's take a look. We'll restart the problem here. Tell me what you did. Tell me your first step here.
First, I added 4 to 6 and negative 4.
For X or 4,
Just 4
but there's an X.
or
You have
4x.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, there's a difference. It's a big difference. What did you write on the left-hand side?
10x minus 8 equals 12.
Okay.
Then I added 8 to
Okay.
equal.
Okay. There's the issue. It's 2. It was a 2. That's
Oh,
maybe
yeah. I forgot about
maybe
that.
that was just
Yeah, that was. Oh my gosh.
okay.
Yeah.
So
I wrote
X
12 on
equals
that.
1.
Yeah, that, that was the dumb mistake.
That's okay.
I
It's
think I
really
got
not.
that right though, if it was 12.
Yeah, I think so. So that's good.
Yeah.
Now just to confirm, Mom said we're doing an hour. Is that where
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yep.
keep going here? Okay. All right, so let's switch to another page on the worksheet and see if we can look at some problems. I'm switching to, do you want to go to the number 3 or the number 1?
Oh, I don't really care. We could do number 1, I guess.
It's up to you.
Yeah, just do number 1. Why not?
Okay. All right, the number of yards that David is a quarterback on a football team. The number of yards he can throw a football is a function of the number of weeks n that he has been practicing, where f of n equals f of n plus 20. So what is the slope of this equation?
5n. Or just 5.
Yeah, just 5. Okay, and what does that mean in this context? Like, what is he doing each week?
That's uh, the number of weeks.
Well, every week something is happening.
He's the number of yards he can throw a football.
It's
Or
going up by how much each week?
uh 5 5 yards.
Yes, so you would say something like every week he practices.
And he improves by 5 yards every
Yeah,
week.
his distance he can throw. You can word this however you want.
So when it says 5 and interpret the slope in the context, you just find it through like, yeah, like the word problem. Every week.
So you're looking for some sort of sentence that expresses that you understand what's happening in the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's next look at let's look at the intercept. So let's look at f of 0. F of 0. Okay, so that means putting 0 in for n. What does that evaluate to? What is 5 times 0 plus 20?
5 times 0 plus 20 is just 20.
And what does that mean? Like that's week 0, but what happens on week 0?
That means he throws 20 yards week 0.
Exactly. So some sort of words like that are needed. Okay. Now, let's say we're interested in figuring out like when he can throw for 40 yards. When does f of n equal 40? So we're basically asking what week can David throw for 40 yards?
Week 4.
Yes. But to do that, you're supposed to set the equation equal to each other. You're supposed to do this. Now it's okay if you can do it mental math, but you got to show some work. So what would you do to show work here on this?
What I don't really know.
Well, how did we solve equations like this earlier?
We did 5 times 0 plus 20.
No, I'm asking how we solve something like this. Like if you look at the side with the variable, are you going to undo the 5 or the positive 20?
The positive 20.
Yes, here subtract 20 from both sides. So 20 equals 5n. How do you solve for n?
And then do you divide the 5?
Yes.
And then you would get n equals 5. Or no, 4, sorry.
Okay. All right. N equals 4. Yeah. All right. So let me nip something in here and write the function. And so f of p equals 20 plus 2t. Okay. What is the slope of this?
20.
Nope. What's the number in front of the variable?
2. Oh yeah,
2.
you're right. It's the number in front of the variable every time.
Okay. So what does that mean in this context? Like how, like again, like interpret, they put that word in front of
He
you, but what does it mean?
rents. It's the per hour, $2 per hour. Is that
Yes. So rent goes up by $2 per, or I'm sorry, you spend $2 more every hour that you rent the bike.
yeah?
Okay. What is first calculate f of 0 for me?
Okay. F of 0 would be Wait, I'm kind of confused. Is it the same thing we just did? F of 0?
Putting 0 in for the variable.
That's 2, right?
You're putting 2 and 0 in for the variable t.
Oh, you're doing 20 plus 2 times 0?
Yes.
Okay. Which is 20.
Okay, now interpret. What does that mean in this scenario?
He rents a bicycle for $20 and he gets charged $2 the hour.
You just gave me the interpretation of the first part. Yes, it's $2 per hour. But what does this 20 mean? Like in the context of the problem?
That
Okay, and think about what this 0 is. It means you've not even rented it. You've just sort of like said, I want to rent it. 0, times 0. You haven't done anything. You haven't spent any time on it.
I I don't know. I don't know how to explain really.
Well, it's like this. The startup or it's like the one-time fixed cost. Like you have to pay this, but you want to use the words like starting. You start
The
at,
starting cost is $12 or $20 and you get
yeah,
charged by the hour.
but like before you do anything, it's a $20 charge. That's the first,
Yeah,
that's a one
yeah.
time.
Your starting charge is $20 and you get charged by the
Okay.
hour.
Okay. Great.
Would that be right? Or-
Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So let's look at another one here. All right. The temperature is 15 degrees and it is expected to fall 2 degrees during each hour during the night. So let's go T of 8 equals minus 2H plus 15. Okay, what is the slope in this scenario?
-2.
It is -2. Now the next question to ask is an interpret question. What does it even mean?
What does -2 mean?
Yeah, like I know it's -2, but like what does it mean in this problem?
-2 is how much the temperature drops each hour during the night.
So how much is it dropping?
-2 every hour.
So we don't say in the English language, we don't
It
say it
drops
drops,
two. It
but
drops 2 degrees
yes,
every night. Yeah.
exactly. Drops 2 degrees every hour. That was said really well. Okay. Now, what is T of 0? Could you calculate that for us, please?
Okay. That would be 15 plus -2 times 0.
Say that one more time.
It would be 15 plus -2 times 0.
Yes, yes. And what does that result?
15, and then
So now the interpret is like, what does that mean? What is the,
starting temperature is 15 degrees and falls
yes,
2 degrees every hour of the night.
just that part. It's the starting temperature. Starting temperature is 15 degrees.
Yeah.
Now in this one, we can go one step further. I'm gonna grab the function. We can do one more little thing. We can also ask now, well, when is the temperature 1 degree?
The temperature would be 1 degree. After
So here's what I'm asking. When is T of H equal to 1?
I don't know why I can't like process this.
Okay, this means to set the equation equal to 1.
Okay, so
And solve for H.
okay, so would you add 15 or subtract 15 first?
I think that's a good idea. Go ahead and work it out. I think you can do this one
Subtract
without my help.
15 and with 1.
Yep.
Okay. So that would be negative 14 equals negative 2h.
Good.
Would you divide the 2 at negative 2?
Yes. Keep going.
And then that would be positive 8. H equals positive 8. H equals positive 8.
Try again. What did you get when you took 1 and subtracted 15? What was the result?
I got negative 14 equals negative 2h.
Okay, this is good. And that's what I heard as well. So when you divide by -2, it's not 8.
Is it positive 8 or negative 8?
Nope. Nope. I mean, when we're doing lessons, I mean,
Oh,
feel
it's
free to
going
just
up
calculate.
7, 7, 7.
Yes. Now, give me some context. Like, what does that mean? Like 7 what?
The temperature, it takes 7 hours to drop to 1 degree.
Yes, yes, very good. That's what they're looking for when you're doing a problem like this. All
Okay. Yeah.
right. So next grouping of problems. Okay, so we're gonna go back. We did work on this earlier in the week, or last week, because it's a new week today. Can you tell me the X, Y pairs from each of these ordered pairs? Or each of like, can you go from the function notation? This is function notation at the top to just an ordered pair.
The x value would be -4.
Okay,
And the y
-4,
value
comma.
would be 6.
Okay, and then what about the other one?
-6 and 12.
Okay, good. Very good. All right. So now slope formula. So we can be more specific. We can say that this is x1 and this is y1,
Yeah,
x2 and y2. Do you remember the slope formula?
I think I do actually. Would it be y equals mx plus b, right?
That is not the slope formula.
Are we
That is
doing point slope form of a
we're
line
doing
or slope intercept form?
we're just calculating the slope, just the slope.
Oh, so we're not putting it into a form or anything?
We will in a moment, but right now we're just calculating the slope. And so what I was looking for here is this formula, x2 minus
Oh,
x1. Okay. What's
okay.
top right is the slope intercept form of a line. Yes, they share a word, but a lot of things share a word that are not really the same.
Yeah, okay, I see. How many slope forms are there then?
There's only one slope formula. There are two forms of a line that your class appears to be using.
Yeah, okay.
So could you calculate the slope for me, please, from these
Yeah.
two points?
So it'd be 6 over +2.
So you're taking -6 and subtracting a -4. It is close, like, but being off by a sign is the difference between right and wrong here. So
-2,
yeah,
-2.
-2. Okay, what does that reduce to?
3.
Nope.
-3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very good. Okay, now you just asked. Okay, one form is called point slope.
Yeah,
Point slope form. So you need a point and a slope.
yeah.
What is -3?
The slope.
The slope. So we got that. The point, you can use either of the ones that you found. We're gonna use the first one just because I just chose that. It doesn't matter. Okay. You can choose the other one later another time.
Yeah.
So you might need to know this. I really don't know if they're going to give you the formulas. I've never seen one of your final exams. I just know what's on them. So it's the stuff we're doing now.
Yeah. Okay.
The point is x1, y1. So you're putting -4 in for x1, 6 in for y1, -3 in for m.
Okay.
What does that become?
Here, let me do this. It would be, what would it be if it's y minus y? Oh, my bad. Y minus 6 equals -3 x minus -4.
Okay, really good. Pretty close to being fully correct. If you see two negatives together, they make a positive.
Positive. Yeah, make it positive.
You're right. Y minus 6 equals -3x plus
4.
4. Okay. Okay, so let's do a couple more of these. I got give you another set of functions. Okay. You need the solutions here to make sure it's actually okay. All right, so let's go f of -2 equals 2. F of -5 equals -4. So I recommend that you first write the ordered pairs that go along with each of these,
Okay,
and then we'll calculate the slope.
got it. It would be -2. Well, the first ordered pair would be -2, 2.
Okay, and the second one.
And the second ordered pair would be -5, -4.
Okay. So the slope is y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So just find the slope. Just give me the final answer, please.
Would -2 be y2?
No, -2 is x1 or it's x2. The first number is always x. Second number is always y.
Okay, so
X and then y. X and then y. X comes before y in the alphabet.
okay. 1, x2, y2. And would -4 be y2?
Yes.
Yeah.
If 2 is y1.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay, got it.
So let me know when you got your slope.
Okay. Would it be -6 over -3?
Just want the final answer. You're very close. Yes. Those sound good. Keep going.
And then that would equal +2.
Yes. So your slope is 2. Good.
Yeah.
So again, for point slope form, y minus y1 equals slope x minus x1. Do you want to use the first point or the second point?
First point.
Okay, so let's use that first point, -2, comma 2. I want you to write this equation with the slope and the -2 and the 2. Lots of 2's in there.
Okay. Y minus 2 equals 2. parentheses, x minus -2,
What does that
parentheses,
become?
+2.
Yeah, x plus 2. Good. All right, let's try another one here. So here, let me give you the points. Let's go f of 5 equals 5 and f of 4 equals -5. So I want you to write those as ordered pairs and then calculate the slope between them.
Okay. The first ordered pair would be 5 and 5.
Good.
And 4 and -5.
Good. Go ahead and calculate the slope between them.
Okay. And wait, can you write down the form one more time?
Sure. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1.
Okay, thank you. Um, would it be 0/1? -1?
What are you using for y2?
-5.
Okay, minus y1. What is y1?
5.
Okay, what's x2?
Oh, it would be 10, sorry. And it would be 4 minus 5.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
10
is
over
10.
1,
It is
-1,
10.
sorry.
It is 10.
I
And then if
always,
we want, go
yeah,
ahead.
when I go through my work, I always catch dumb mistakes like that. So like when I'm on a test or something, so I
Yeah, so
look at it.
if we use that
Yeah.
first point there, 5, 5, we can write y minus 5 equals 10, x minus 5, like that.
Yeah.
All right, well, we do have to stop here for today. Good job.